Stars would fall from the sky if I should lose you. The stars would fall from the sky.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am the lovely London girl, and I just wanted to talk about this whole debacle with Tory Lanez and the dark skin model that he supposedly told the directors to move back on to set. Now, you've just seen a video where he's doing his music video, he's on set, the camera's panning in and out, and there's a dark skin model to his left hand side, and she's in frame. Then after a while, she walks off, and then a light skin model replaces her, and then Tory Lanez kind of just does a timeout sign like, whoa, 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 what's going on, and calls the dark skin model back on, and the mixed race model just stands off to the side. He kind of puts his hand behind her neck and is like, oh, you look good, by the way, or you look beautiful, by the way, or you look beautiful, whatever. And so underneath that caption, he posted on Instagram, he said that this is an ongoing problem in our community of entertainment that needs to stop. As a black man, sometimes I'm going to joke about the black community, just like we all do. But what I'm not going to do is allow any of these directors to devalue our black women. Countless times I've seen directors swap out our women of colour for women of lighter complexion, or women with straight hair, etc. It is our responsibility as artists to stand up and not let this happen. It's been time to embrace our women of colour. Hashtag Black is Beautiful. Now, on the surface, you would think, wow, Tory, thank you very much. But no. This guy was lying. This guy was pandering. This is a true definition of a pandering black man trying to get the black woman's dollar or the black woman's pound. Now, the reason why I know he's lying is because the dark-skinned model in that video actually spoke to a popular blogging site called gossipofthecity.com, and they spoke to her, reached out to her, and they basically asked her, is this Tory Lanez thing fake news? And she said, yep, he wanted her in the video. And by her, she's referring to the lighter skinned mixed race model, or the lighter skinned model that you saw in the frame. And then they respond saying, so what's happened? Can you tell me what led to him making this post and why he lying? Why he lying, girl? And then she responds and says, Tory Lanez asked for both me and the lighter skinned or the light skinned girl to do solo shots. When it was her turn, he said cut the video to make it appear as if it had something to do with race. I know the directors very well. At something and at something, and they have made me the lead girl in that video and many others. He actually never spoke to me on that set and kept telling her, the mixed race or lighter skinned model, how beautiful she was. And then the blogging site replied, wow, with a sick woozy face. And then they said, I posted it on Twitter and it's almost over 1 million views. Did he at least let you guys know he was going to do this? And she says, no, I didn't know. What did you post the video? I think she meant to say, when did you post the video? Now, just a quick comment. Even if he had let them know that he was going to do this, that's still not okay. Like, why would you set up a stunt like that? Even if it was planned, that just shows how fake you are, how disingenuous you are as a person. But anyway, so that's the situation. So that's the tea. Those are the receipts to show you that this guy was pandering to black women. And I wanted to just quickly say that, unfortunately, I feel like black women have always been exposed. We've never really been protected, even by our fathers in the household. And then when we grew up by men in our community, sometimes it's very sad to say, I can speak for myself as a black British person, that I feel like sometimes we as black women are not protected by our own. Now, this is not everyone's story, so please don't put this on your shoulders if it is not your story. But I just feel like sometimes we're not protected. And I understand that me speaking from a British perspective might not resonate with any American listeners, but there are some similarities in our experience. We're not the same. We don't have the same experience, but there are similarities. I would say that when I lived in Ghana, there was much more community. There was much more of a, you're my sister, you're my brother, let's protect each other, we're friends, we go to the same school, or I see you down the road, so we greet each other every morning. There was more of a community. And in Ghana, whilst there is colorism, it's not necessarily in your face every day. So it's not like, oh, you're going to be bullied for being dark skinned. So when I lived in Ghana, I was able to be confident. I used to get whistled at, hissed at on the street. Now that's, not appropriate behaviour for a man. And what I'm saying is my image, my beauty was never questioned. It was affirmed. It was like a solid, like, yeah, you're beautiful because you're dark skinned, not oh, you're beautiful for a dark skin girl, if you see the difference. So anyway, I just feel like in general, sometimes as black women outside of Africa, sometimes in terms of community and protection, we can be left to our own devices and left exposed to the wind, if you will. So I just think that because we're so exposed and because we've put so much exposure on colorism, which is a great thing, by the way, but these people now have seen that and they're using that to try and make more money from us. So they think that if we can put hashtag melanin or hashtag dark skin is beautiful or hashtag black is beautiful and talk about replacing the lighter skin model, the darker skin model, that we would somehow throw our money at them, and like buy their concert tickets and buy their albums. And to be honest, it happens. To be honest, this is a known tactic. So he's not the first black man to pander to black women, and also it's a tactic in the industry for them to cater or market rather black actors and artists to black women, because they understand that if they make this black man a sex symbol, black women are going to chuck their money, chuck themselves at them, and they're going to support them regardless. And black women in general, we ride hard for black men to our own detriment, even when it doesn't benefit us. And they know that. So that's why they push these black men in our faces. Even when they ain't cute, girl. Even when they ain't cute. And we lap it up because for some reason, we're still looking for that external validation from black men. And I understand that every group of people, every race, wants validation from their men. So it's not just a black woman thing. But our community is different. We're not like the Jews. We're not like the white people. We're not like Asians. We don't get that validation as a given. It sometimes feels like we have to fight for it or we have to beg for it. So us knowing that, we can't necessarily operate the same as other races or women. Sometimes we have to play the game a little bit different. And so I feel like, for example, how you can play the game different is by scrutinizing everything you see before you react. Black women were known sometimes on Twitter, I wouldn't say all black women, some black women on Twitter or on social media, they're known to just react, overreact, quickly, hyperreact before actually doing any investigation, and I feel like we just need to be a bit slower to react, because the less we react, the less pleasurable these things are for them to do, the less pleasure they get out of trolling us and triggering us. So I just thought that was an important point to make. Now, just so I can show you how people actually reacted to his post, some people were saying, this is Fire King or that's Fire King. Basically, they were giving him props. I'll just show you now what they were saying, and you can read them for yourself if you pause. But people were genuinely delighted. People like respect, protect black queens at all costs. And I believe even Leomi Anderson, who is a beautiful dark skin model, she even said, I rate you for this. And in London, I rate you means I give you props, like I stand for you right now. It's like, when you're rating a hotel or a restaurant, I rate you like 5 out of 5 stars. That's you rating them, so you're giving them respect for what they did. So he has prominent people liking his video, commenting underneath, supporting him. You have a bunch of black women and black men even supporting him for this supposed good act, only to find out that it was a lie, only to find out it was a stunt, possibly a publicity stunt. Now, I'm going to show you an irony in what he said. Earlier on in the month, there was a white woman that had recorded herself twerking. She's a well-known Instagram personality. She teaches people how to twerk. And she had recorded a video twerking. And I think it was to a Tory Lanez song or just to a song in general. Now, Tory Lanez has a song or single out now called Twerk Pyramid. And so I don't know how he got involved in this video, but under that video of the woman twerking, a white guy said, "We, the white community, would like to trade her to the African Americans for Aisha Curry." And Tory Lanez replied back saying, "This can be arranged." Laughing face, covering the eyes, and then another laughing face. Now, he just said under his video caption that I have seen countless times I've seen directors swap out our women of colour for women of lighter complexion or women with straighter hair, etc. Now, I think what he was trying to say here, because women of colour can have lighter skin and women of colour can have straight hair, because that term encapsulates Latinas, Indians, black women, and all of the mixtures in between. And as we know, there are dark-skinned black women who can have straight hair, naturally, and there are light-skinned women who can have 4C kinky hair. So that whole hair texture thing and skin colour thing, it really is jumbled and it's not so straightforward. But anyway, he was basically trying to say he's seen directors swap out black, dark-skinned women with the more racially ambiguous type of woman. Now, he is saying, I've seen them swap out. We need to stop allowing them to devalue us. Meanwhile, even though you might say it was a joke, he was so comfortable to say, yeah, you know what? We'll take her. We'll take this white lady and you can take Aisha Curry. Swapping out a woman of colour for, quote unquote, a woman with lighter skin or straighter hair. You see, so him saying that underneath the caption was not a genuine thing. He was not being genuine. He does not necessarily, I don't think he genuinely cares about black women, because if he did, he would have been building a rapport with that dark skin model. He would have spoken to her. That black dark skin model has nothing to lie about, right? So if she says that he didn't talk to me on the whole set, I believe her. Because even when she came back onto the set, he didn't like hug her or take her hand and say, "Oh, you know, I'm sorry for that. I hope you're okay. I didn't mean for them to take you off the set. I want you on this set." The mixed race model had a back towards the dark skin model, if I remember correctly, and then he came up behind her and put his arm on her neck. So she wasn't even looking in their direction, but he was so quick to kind of go over to her and make her feel comfortable for the fact that a darker skinned woman was being called back onto the set. So I don't actually think he genuinely cares about black women, or when I say black women, darker skinned black women. I think he's doing it just to get black women's admiration and then their money. And this is what's done in the media, in the music industry, and in Hollywood. They will use black men to cater to or to market to black women because they know that the black woman's dollar is powerful. Black people, our money is powerful. Do you know how much money we spend on cosmetics and beautification every year? In America, it's into the billions as black women. Billions. And then that's just black women in America. How about black women in Africa? And black women in Europe and in the UK. So we have power. Our money is power. We need to start respecting our money. But before we can respect our money, we need to start respecting ourselves and getting some self-esteem to say, hey, you're not going to disrespect me and expect me to cater to you, expect me to rather support you, to stream your music, to buy your albums, to buy your concert tickets, to retweet you, to follow you on Instagram and Twitter. You don't understand, guys, that when you follow these people, you're upping their numbers. You're increasing their outreach and their power. You're increasing their ability to insult you. You're increasing their ability to disrespect you in front of more people. You're increasing their visibility to disrespect you in front of the world. Just know that. And I just wanted to compare him to another black man who is genuinely supporting black women. And this is the beautiful Broderick Hunter. Now, this is not a new thing. People know about this. There are videos on this already. But he, in 2016, I believe, tweeted some things. He was basically saying, I love all women, but what's up with dudes not liking dark-skinned women? And then there were 3 replies from black women underneath that. And they said, my whole heart stands for you right now. So many black dark-skinned guys don't even look at dark-skinned girls, and here you are. Another person said ignorance and prejudice, and then the third person said because we make dark babies. So clearly they were answering his question, and I agree with all of them that from my experience, dark-skinned guys don't really check me out. Dark-skinned, like uncles, people that are old enough to be my dad, they check me out because they're African. They have a different mentality about what beauty looks like. People my age, nah fam, never, like barely, hardly. We'll not even get into that. That's another discussion. Self-hating dark-skinned black men don't want dark-skinned babies because they believe that their babies are extensions of themselves. So if they are to have a dark-skinned baby, it's a reflection of an image that they do not like. Because if you love yourself and you love everything about you, including your physicality, then you would want your children to extend that. You would want your children to have part of you, but in a non-colorist, non-racist, non-biased, prejudiced kind of way, not in the way that family, Bianca and her partner, that was colorism. Because although they wanted their child to look like them, it was more so leaning that we wish she wasn't dark. Like, we wish she had my light eyes because light eyes are better than brown eyes. Light eyes are less regular. Lighter skin would have made her look better, So that's the kind of different situation. But anyway, and then he goes on to post pictures. He makes a thread of dark-skinned women and he's basically shouting out dark-skinned women. He starts posting things. And this is a guy who stands in his truth. And the reason why I say he stands in his truth, because he said, after he got some backlash from mixed race and non-black women for what he said, before my rant, I said I love all women and all types. I just put the focus on dark-skinned women because I love them. He stood strong against the complaints and against the criticism. And also went on to say, I'm not here to people please or say things to cater to my followers. I'm here to say what I want. Unfollow if you ain't feeling me. So as you can see, this man is defiant. He doesn't care what you think. He's genuinely here for black women. Genuinely here for dark-skinned black women.
Listen, if you have a problem with me supporting black women or loving black women, then you probably have a problem with me too. Because if you don't support my people, then you definitely don't support me. So do yourself a favor and unfollow.
And he believes in what he's saying. He lives in what he's saying. If I'm not mistaken, he's currently dating like a brown skin black actress. Brown to dark skin black actress. So he's living his truth. Black women, aren't we tired of hearing black men say, oh yeah, I love black women. I love black women. But then you see them and they've gone and married or gone and dated or they're constantly dated non-black women. But anyway, as you can see, guys, this is the difference between a pandering black man and a supporting black man. And black women, I want us to start noting the difference. Start scrutinizing these people, their actions and their words. So that's my opinion. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think below. Let me know if there are more black men that genuinely support black women. Drop their names down so people can see it, people can support them. And also make sure you like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, you can unlike it, you can dislike it and let me know down below. Just make sure you're respectful. Make sure you subscribe. There are more videos coming, more talks on topical issues. I will be on camera. Once I sort out my filming situation, I will be back on camera. I'll be filming lookbooks for summer, affordable lookbooks. And when I say affordable, I mean items that you can buy for £5, not no £100 jeans that they tell you is affordable. My friend, don't lie to me. These YouTubers sometimes, they just like to disembowel everything. Yeah, disembowel is not even a word. Don't go and use it in school, though. Please, don't quote me. But I'm going to be making more videos, so please make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications because YouTube is running wild in these streets, man. They're running wild. So, yeah, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video. And remember, love yourself and be free. Ciao.
I should lose you. The stars would fall from the sky. If I should lose you, the stars would fall from the sky.
The sweetest thing I've ever known.